It is 8 p.m. on the dot. We're gonna get this talking head rep going. I was kind of slouching on my bed and stuff as we did a little day trip today over to Mainz, Germany, where there was a very random holiday going on. People cosplaying, a bunch of costumes we were calling LARPers, and everything was closed. You're trying to go to museums, nothing was popping. But for a topic I want to talk about today, there might be two, maybe three, but I want to focus on a little bit of a content update in terms of where I'm currently at. It's been about roughly a little over a month since I've started posting practically daily, and I am still in a bit of a mental block. I'm getting better with, I'm putting myself out there in terms of like authenticity and all that. On YouTube, I did post a little bit of a 5-minute clip from when I went to the ramen house for, I think that was rep 2 of my talking head reps. I put a little 5-minute clip that I was comfortable with putting on Instagram. I should be comfortable with putting, any of these talking head reps on Instagram, because at the end of the day, it's out there. I'm just not putting it out there to a more personal platform, which is my Instagram platform. And I'm getting pretty good ideas and editing and stuff, but the thing is, like, I'm kind of at a point where not much traction, all that's going, but I'm not worried about it. The only thing I'm worried about is that I'm glad I'm not getting traction from what I'm putting out right now in terms of like my Instagram and TikTok and shorts, because it's not really me. Like when I watch those videos, they're good edited, really good captions and formatting and music and all that. But me, myself, the main person, part of the video, the main part of that video isn't clicking. It isn't clicking. The times it has clicked, it has been my best videos. But when that camera turns on and when I'm in that mindset, it really turns off. Right now, I know that this video is going to YouTube. That's the mentality. So I'm talking naturally, ideas are rolling, gears are turning. But when I get to the like, oh, this is gonna be my post for the day. I'm currently with the series I'm doing is a 100-day series. 28 days. I haven't posted every day. I took a little bit of a break. I took like 1 or 2 days where I didn't post. I posted just a story, not a reel. And kind of just took a step to kind of recollect, because I'm getting a bit better, more comfortable with these talking head reps. But now I got to get more comfortable with actually putting that out on the short form format. Talk. Find a format. I'm not really putting things on paper to really plan it out. Bullet point scripting is something I still haven't tried to do. There's the points that I want to hit and just talk me. Whatever that is, it's present, a present emotion. Something Bible related within my niche, which is a lot more just of a Christian biblical lifestyle. Because my niche is like a Christian lifestyle, but also rooted through pretty much everything that I'm doing. And then what I'm gonna gear that towards into, I should do it a lot. I should do it really soon, to be honest. I think the sooner I do it, the better, because the worst that can happen is that I just reshoot the story and put a better formatted video on it. If I put out a simple video with B-roll and certain music changes, maybe spend like a week on it in terms of highlighting a full rolled on story, however long that video is, and then break it down to short form format. Doesn't have to be perfect. I can always go back and refine it later. Because at the end of the day, the whole seed planted with the story I want to build to really put myself out there in terms of, hey, this is my upbringing. This is like pretty much a really big description of who I am, what I like, why, where I am today, why I'm doing stuff like this, making content and making these videos is going to be very, very highlighted in those kind of context and story and like origin kind of picture of that. I've talked a little bit of bits and pieces very vaguely here and there in some of these talking head reps to work on that vulnerability piece. But I got another friend who's he's doing some gym content and stuff. He's getting some nice traction. I love that he's getting traction. He's doing kind of gimmick type of content, POVs and stuff, and like kind of skits type of format. He's getting views, he's getting followers, he's ramping up. Because he's kind of gotten his niche down, he's kind of gotten his camera work down, his piece. He don't even got all that crazy equipment. He just really found an easy format to follow. With me though, I kind of have the formatting, but I don't have me. the player. There's no point. You can have the perfect game plan, the perfect playbook, the perfect coaches, but if the player's not going to perform, at the end of the day, it's just not going to matter. It's all just going to go to waste. So I really just need to pull the trigger on a lot of things and just let it fly. I don't have a completely secure, full community or audience where it is a big risk. Do it now, and it will find those people. Spam my trial rules, spam these talking head reps, get really in tune with my editing, and starting on those projects that you want to start. Stop procrastinating on those projects. You're daily posting, but you keep saying you're going to start these projects, but you're not. Do something. Also, start working on the coursework. Start doing that. Start getting stuff rolling in a priority order, because you don't have all the time in the world. I feel like this is something with creators that try to really accidentally thin themselves out and try, when they're trying to multitask on so many different things, you just don't have enough time. You need to prioritize what should be done now and then move on from there. See what you can get done, what should be prioritized. If you can't get everything done, focus on the big pictures. The small things can work later. Just pull the trigger with some of these things. I have so many ideas, icon factors, series ideas, things to help me get better mentally and be more vulnerable on camera, present myself more authentically. I just need to start doing. Less talking, more doing. This is a talking head rep, so that's funny to say, less talking. Just start pulling the trigger. This is me talking to myself, but it's also, if this is something you're kind of struggling with, it's also a sign for you too. Whoever ends up kind of dabbling into this video a little bit. Now I also want to dive into the perspective of when it really starts becoming that identity piece of people are now identifying you as you do make videos, you do post content, and that you do work with cameras, you do know how to work photography and videography and all that stuff. Because even with just the photo stuff, let's say minus the content, with me having a camera, so many people here in Germany on this base are like, damn, I didn't know you did that. I didn't know you knew camera work or knew how to edit and all that. Like, yeah, it's actually something that I was dabbling into. Editing more so in 2024, but 2020, and more so in 2023, early 2024. 2024 though, editing, camera work, very basic level stuff, and getting a lot of experience in a portfolio out there. But I have been working with editing on even the gaming side a lot, so much so on the IRL side of how to work with editing IRL formats and having a whole sports segment, how to do sports mixtapes, how to shoot vertical and horizontal, how to do short form type of content and long form type of content. And also the fact that I've just been a consumer of content for so long. There's so many idol content creators that I have had growing up. I feel like one of the ones I know right now has been evident is like Jason the Ween, for example. I've been watching him for who knows how long, for honestly a good couple of years. He's not kind of someone I want to go towards to. There's a lot of other idols I have in terms of the more authenticity field, gym creators, Christian-based creators that I've been coming more across recently. Being able to bounce off of other small creators too. Creatopia, shout them out. I'm definitely planning on staying for a little bit longer, just to, really sink in so much invaluable information that is so keen to learn early in a content mindset, and what I'm trying to do with eventually being able to serve back and making that entrepreneurship and coaching program to be able to serve back to others, because ultimately that's what I think my calling. That's not what I think. I know that's what my calling is, because I've always loved helping others based off my own unfortunate circumstances. I know that sounds bad, but like I like to take my own lessons that I've learned from being able to make sure that those that might get placed in a situation maybe just as bad or even worse, or maybe something close to similar, how you can get out of it. How can you get out of it? How can you avoid it? How can you make the better of it? It's possible. I wish someone was able to tell me that when I was it's weird to say younger because for me it wasn't that long ago. I'm only 19, but there's a reason why I was kind of forced to mature faster. I had to adapt, I had to learn things, and I had to educate myself to be able to give myself the position I am in today. And my character, I know when you start hearing it again and again, it starts to become like that is the truth. When people start saying that you act older than you are, you present yourself in a more mature manner, that you're a lot more wise when it comes to giving advice, a lot more experienced when it comes to certain like young adult difficulties and challenges that you face, and being a lot more prepared for, being a lot more organized, and being a lot more passion driven, motivated, and willing to really just explore the world. And then even on the side of romantical things, relationships, that whole field of things of I haven't really been in a really long, serious relationship in my life, but I've gone through enough situations where I've been able to mature and get more wisdom and knowledge in terms of the types of people you come across, what types of situations you should avoid, what types of situations that may be worth the risk, may be worth it, and the complications of things that you love, people that you love, and people that you love that maybe you just need to let go because they are actually more of a negative in your life in terms of they're using you, they're taking advantage of you, and they don't really give you back the same return value. I don't want to sound like transactional, but in terms of it's like a 70 to 30 type of relationship. That's an example of you may love them, but they are using and taking a lot of advantage of that love and your appreciation for them. Something I would love to highlight too, not dropping and name dropping, but sharing those certain stories of how I know the like specifications and not specifications, the qualities to recognize the how do you respond to certain situations and how you can learn from them, I guess to say. I feel like I'm jumping in between hoops right now with what I'm talking about. But end of the day, big picture is it's a growth process. You don't need to have it all figured out right now. If you had it all figured out right now, that would kind of suck. And also, I don't think anybody has it really figured out. I was talking to a friend yesterday about my content plans and ideas and this passion driven and how it started this year and how I've been trying to dive more into my faith, have been progressively driving into my faith, into the Bible, my relationship with God. And he's like, you really sound like you have it all figured out. I don't. I'm figuring it out. I'm not there yet. And I don't think I will ever really be there. I feel like it's going to be a constant process of growing, constant process of learning, of bouncing off of others, taking valuable, invaluable knowledge, and really finding myself with what do I want to do with this content? What I need to be able to retain. You know, I need people to relate with me. It's so hard to say something like that because, to be honest, when I do share and have shared some of these stories, ultimately the response I get in return is something along the lines of, oh, I'm sorry, I can't really relate. Or I haven't really had a situation like that. Most of the time. But I do feel like there's a lot of aspects in my stories that can be taken as pretty invaluable pieces of, hey, the lesson that's being learned, at least the lesson that I learned, the situations I was put in, how God helped me unknowingly or knowingly, because I didn't always pay attention to God in most of these parts of my younger life. Early teens, let's say. And how that still is allowing me to get here right now. This is how I know that everything I did, bumps in the road, roller coasters, things I couldn't control, things I can't control, the bumps and everything, it leads me to here. me pursuing what I still want to do. Which is maybe not a full grasp. Maybe I don't have it specifically, right? Maybe it isn't this. It's the same thing as a career choice, because it still technically is type of a career choice of, is this what you want to do? A calling I've always had. Dream of said that I want to do photography and like videography. Kind of niched out of, not niched, pulled out of my initial dream was that I want to be kind of in a similar entertainment industry area of doing something like content, making videos, being creative, content creating, bouncing off other creators, getting out there, traveling the world, experiencing the world, meeting new people, helping as many people as I can, and planting seeds in people's lives that grow and grow them to be a better, not better, help people be the best version of themselves that they can possibly be, and be a disciple of God and be able to share his faith regardless to those who are religious or not. I feel it's the best way I can word that right now. And the more I kind of repeat this, the more I say it to myself, the more I say it on camera, the more I put it out there, the more it will be better interpreted as that is what you want to do. And don't forget it. Don't forget it. Keep saying it until you yourself really fully believe it and grasp that identity and grasp that concept of your why, your purpose. The same concept with me being in the military. Why are you in the military? To be able to learn a bunch of different, very important life lessons, gain that experience, to be able to travel the world, be on your own, be independent, learn that responsibility of being your own adult, and look at the bigger picture of what you want at the end. A family, a wife and a family, a wife and kids, eventually like getting a dog that's actually like just my dog. And being able to travel the world, you know, in a financial, while being financially stable, not doing it knowing I can't afford it type of thing. And just living your life, serving back to people, and doing what you can for those that are still evident in your life. Your family, the friends that are sticking by your side. All of them. I have so many. And unfortunately, at periods of time, only a couple of those friends are really, really evident in your life. And I don't even think it's a point of distance. It's a point of how much do they really care about you. Do they genuinely love and appreciate you? The distance, I've given up on distance as an excuse. Because there's too many people, and I have two examples right now. Two, I will consider them probably my two best friends. That I didn't know via an online at all. Purely military friends I'm in Mississippi. That no matter the distance, they kept in contact with me for damn near almost over half a year after they moved to Italy already, and I was still in the States. And I came here. I've seen them 3 different instances now in the past like 5 months or something I've been here. And no matter the distance, no matter the time, the schedule, we are still the bestest of friends, unconditionally. I wish that was evident with a lot more friends back at home, and a lot more friends that I've considered really to be really close friends in the past. But it is what it is. You know, God's guidance, God's choice, God puts people in your life, God takes people out of your life. Don't cut people out because they're absent for a good amount of time. You never know they can come back. Think of stories about how that can be evident too. Of someone that was evident in your life 2 years ago, a couple of years ago, can actually end up coming back and being one of the most important people and being one of the most impactful people that you have had in your life. And even if you don't talk to them anymore, what those memories were, what those lessons were, what those feelings you had with them were, are still something to hold on to and to remember, because it was a really big learning experience. Pretty much, I guess this video is really much of a self-reflection type of piece, highlighting where I am with my content ideas and my content mindset, where I am in terms of relationship mindset with some of my friends presently, some of my friends back at home. Yeah, kind of just helping myself when I can re-listen to this, just be able to enunciate, be able to use my thoughts and my thought process, purely me. This is my raw emotion, raw thoughts that I really hope sooner rather than later really starts getting a grasp into all aspects of every single piece of content I put out. And I kind of just stopped caring. Because it's what I want to do. I can't let outside noises, I can't let other people's ideas or influences sway me in a different direction. Just do it. I sound so corny, just do it. That's all I'm gonna go though. This is a 20-minute rep, nothing too crazy. Keep it simple. I'm gonna go record my actual video rep for the day. Try to keep that simple too, as a little practice rep of, hey, it's okay just to be you. It's actually amazing just to be you. Everybody should just be themselves and nothing else, nothing more. I pray I get there. I don't even know what that was. I pray I get there soon. But love y'all. Stay blessed. Stay safe. I'm gonna see you tomorrow.